All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from the bend. Harry Volsmere, Mike Marshall on the front row. Adam Barker, Rowan Berg on the second. Christian Noor rounds out the field. It is surprising to see the small field here this morning as the drivers begin to stack up. Also, just of note, we do not have a track map available for this morning. Drivers getting stacked up on the grid. Harry Volsmere finishes out the grid as they get ready for the pace lap. They head out for one lap around this 3-mile track, getting the tires warmed up and ready to go. Seeing these guys really work harder at getting heat into the tires on the pace lap this season because of that new model. Track temp still holding. Was kind of surprised to see such a cool track temperature this morning, but it will give the drivers that little bit of extra grip. Two Corvettes, one Ford, one Mercedes, and one McLaren this morning. Porsche pace car leading him around. Surprisingly, no Porsches in the field this morning. But again, Team Gunther is not here. Bit of a surprise. Rudolf Gunther came into this week third in points. Yannick fourth in points. Roman Berg comes in fifth in points. He's going to make up some ground here. Roman has been extremely fast at this track and officials this week. Will he be able to fight his way to the front and pull off a win? It is a little bit weird not having the track map. Our apologies, our overlay software just hasn't put it in yet. All right, here we go. Out of the final turn, the Porsche pace car dives to pit road, and here they come. Harry fires their way. Green flag is in the air. Mike Marshall doesn't get the launch in time. Adam Barker trying to set up to make the move. Marshall holds him off for the moment. Mike was fastest in practice, however, his fastest lap in practice was beaten by Harry's qualifying lap. Adam Barker sitting in third. Roman Berg on his bumper in fourth. Christian Orr, the McLaren, back in fifth. Roman started to look on the outside of Adam, couldn't quite get there. Meanwhile, Mike Marshall trying to keep the gap between him and the leader very, very tight. Top four all nose to tail. Christian Orr had a brief off track a moment ago. He has gathered it up, but he has lost a lot of ground. He's got some work to do. Oh, Harry a little bit wide there. Did see during practice a lot of drivers testing where the track limits are. And it looks like Harry is going to lead lap one at the bend, the first lap of NSS competition at the new track. Normally when Harry is out front, we see him checking out in a big way early on. However, this morning, Mike Marshall really sticking with him. We've talked late in last season and all of this season how good Mike Marshall has been. Week in and week out, Mike currently second in points and is leading the amateur division points. The first time we have seen one of the amateur division drivers. Here we go. Roman Berg to the inside for third. Oh, Roman gets the bump. He and Adam get together, both of them off track. Janor slipping through. And that just split the top five. Let's take another look at this. Looking down from the blimp, Roman sets up to the inside but cuts too far, gets the sausage, and it shoots him off into Barker. Both drivers go for a spin and a little off track, both recovering quickly. Harry has the fastest lap so far, but Mike Marshall stays within striking distance. They now have a 5.7 second gap. Back to third place, Christian Orr. Roman Berg now in fourth. Adam Barker back to fifth. Now we'll see if Roman and Adam can run the leaders back down. Christian Orr in the McLaren, losing ground to the cars ahead, but he is pulling away for the moment from the cars behind. And Christian Orr has had a problem. definitely been a wild start to the morning. Let's see what happened with Chris. Off into the turn. As soon as he got into the turn, it got loose. He grabs the sausage, gets 2 tires up in the air. But he does get the car recovered. You have to wonder, does he have some damage underneath? Definitely a wild and eventful start to this one. Harry now has a 1.5 second lead after setting the first lap under the 146 mark, 145.65. Mike Marshall still getting faster back behind. He ran a 146.14. Both of these Corvettes pushing the limits today. Roman Berg now back up into third, but 11.5 seconds back. And he has Adam Barker in fourth, closing in. Christian Ort has gotten it back on track, and the car appears to be okay. But he has lost some ground, now 3 seconds back in fifth. Mike Marshall sits in second, about 2 seconds behind Harry. Still plenty of time to run that gap down. But Harry just ran a 145.33. Boy, Harry is flying this morning. It's worth noting in practice, Harry's fastest lap was mid 146s. I'd say he was sandbagging in practice. Roman Berg in third, has Adam Barker in fourth, closing in. Right now, the only car on track faster than Adam Barker is the leader, Harry Volsmere. Roman has started closing down that 11-second gap to second place, Mike Marshall. As Mike had a problem a moment ago and has lost a lot of ground to the leader. There's Mike Marshall currently in second. Oh, another instance of just going too wide, catching the sausage and shooting him off the track. Those sausages at the apex of the turns this morning have been brutal to the drivers. Christian Orr has gone off track again. He has recovered, but he continues to lose ground. Meanwhile, Roman Berg in third is closing it quickly on Mike Marshall. That gap now down to 9.3 seconds. But Adam Barker in fourth is also closing back up, now 1.7 seconds back. Oh, Adam has a big problem. Look like that Mercedes doing a bit of a drift. Let's take another look. Goes off into the turn. on the power, out just goes a bit wide. Gets a little sideways off in the dirt, but quickly recovers it. Now you can definitely tell everybody is pushing and testing the limits here. Roman Berg now has a little breathing room. Adam Barker almost 3 seconds back. Roman still closing in on Mike Marshall. Roman did lose some ground, but is now less than 10 seconds behind Marshall. Mike now 6 seconds behind the leader. With the small field, we will see a full field invert going into race 2. Harry continues to be the only driver breaking the 146 mark. Mike Marshall and Roman Berg both just barely above the 146 mark, but last time by, Harry Volsmeer ran a 145.95. Harry's lead now almost 8 seconds over Mike. Roman, meanwhile, 8.5 seconds back from Mike Marshall and gaining. But he's going to have to pick the pace up quite a bit with just over 7 minutes left to go. Out front, Harry continues to open the gap. Now 8.25 seconds over Mike. Roman now just 8.5 seconds back. Adam Barker in fourth, 3 seconds behind Berg. Christian Orr still on track, back in fifth. And so far, Harry Volsmeer's laps since the second or third lap have all been under the 145 mark. Mike Marshall said during practice he didn't think he could break the 146 mark. We'll see if he can pull it off here today, but man, Harry has checked out. Roman now less than 8 seconds behind Marshall and just set his fastest lap, 145.92. As he continues to gain ground on Marshall with 5 minutes left. Last time by, he was about 0.8 of a second faster than Marshall. But he is going to have to crank it up a bit more if he wants any chance at catching him. Meanwhile, Harry out for a Sunday cruise, now has an almost 10-second lead. Harry took off from the start. Once he had a little bit of a gap, he hasn't looked back. He's leading out 10.1 seconds over Mike. Roman Berg continuing to get closer and closer, now 7.5 seconds back. I don't think Roman is going to have enough time to get up to Mike Marshall. Right now, he's only about a half second a lap faster than the second place car. It is interesting to note, coming into this morning, Adam Barker had a very large points lead, about 100 points over Mike Marshall. However, Mike currently in second, Adam in fourth. If Mike can continue to keep Adam in his rearview mirror, he might have a chance of closing that gap before the end of the season. Next week will definitely be an interesting race as we go to Road America. You know, these drivers spend a lot of time at Road America every season. It's one of those tracks all the drivers enjoy going to. Roman Berg back in third, 7.9 seconds back from Marshall. Looks like Roman lost some ground on the last lap. Adam Barker has started closing back up on Roman. He just set his first lap under the 146 mark, 145.98. Meanwhile, Harry continues to extend his lead, now almost 11 seconds over Marshall. Harry has pretty much dominated this race right from the drop. Mike was able to hang with him for a bit, but ended up losing some ground when Harry's lap time started dropping. Out of the final turn, we should see the white flag this time. Looking for Barney alongside the track. I'm not sure where Barney is hiding here. Harry Harry Volsmere's lead now 12.3 seconds over Mike Marshall. This will be Mike's best finish of the season. Roman Berg in third, continue to close in. You gotta wonder if he and Adam had not had that early incident, where would he be right now? Harry continuing to walk away as here he comes out of the final turn. Harry Volsmere will pull off the win here in race 1 at the Bend. Mike Marshall holds on to come home in second, his best finish of the season. And Roman Berg holds on to third. Let's talk to that top 3, starting with Roman. Roman, I have to wonder how that race would have gone if it had not been for that early incident with Adam. Based on your lap times, you were flying around here.
Yeah, I was doing all right, but I definitely would have ran out of fuel. I ran out of fuel right coming across the finish line. I had to start lifting last lap even. I'm not sure how I would have done. I had a run on Adam, and I took it, and then I hit the sausage curb. A little bit too hit.
Yeah, that you did catch a little bit of air on that.
Yep. I'm surprised I didn't get car damage.
It was impressive. A couple of other guys hit the sausage, caught some air, and surprisingly, everybody pulled away without any damage, but still a great finish coming home on the podium. One of your best finishes of the season.
Let's go. Thank you.
Great job this morning. Roman Berg came home in third. Mike Marshall finishes in second. Mike, you come home in second, and your best finish of the season so far.
Yeah, I was hanging with him at the start there, but I made some mistakes and tried to tell him jokes and distract him, and it didn't work.
Tell better jokes.
Well, I tried to get him to tell a joke, and he was just like, "No, I don't do but one thing," and I was like, "Oh."
Well, when he says that, you know, still, it was an awesome race, and your lap times really started to come down closer to what his were at one point. It looked like you might have had something for him if you could have stayed with him.
Yeah, once I faded back and got out of the draft, I had nothing.
Still an awesome morning, and it has been a great season for you so far.
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it.
Well, good luck in race 2. Maybe you can keep Harry in the mirror.
Maybe.
Tell better jokes.
Yeah, I will.
And finally, our winner, Harry Volsmere. Harry, I hear you don't have any jokes, but you have a ton of speed. Man, you had some fast laps out there this morning.
Yeah, you have to get in the flow and then it is okay, but it's a nice track. Not too easy. I like it.
It was obvious you liked it when the lap times just continued. In practice, I don't think you got below a 146, but like lap 2 or 3, you started dropping into the 145s and only came back above 146 once or twice. I mean, you had some blistering laps out there.
Yeah, it went okay. Not too much pressure from Mike, so I could just focus on my lines, and it went okay. And the last laps I let go a little bit because I made a few mistakes again. But this time I stayed on the black.
Well, that is all that mattered this morning of staying on the black and having some blistering laps and back in victory lane, man. Congratulations, Harry.
Thanks, Doug.
Now going into race 2, will Harry be able to come from the back? It's definitely going to be interesting. Remember, they got to keep, they've got to be careful how hard they push it. That first 2 or 3 laps with this new tire model, it takes a while for them to get the heat into the tires and get them to optimal temp. Looks like Adam, the only driver that came out on track practicing pit entry. Drivers making those last minute adjustments, maxing out the fuel for race 2 and getting ready to go racing once again here at the Bend. And if anybody knows where Team Gunther is, drop in the comments and let us know. Also, don't forget to let us know who you're cheering for. And don't forget, tonight at 9 Eastern, the SMRX Series is back on track. Warm-up is over. They're going back to racing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Race 2, the field inverts. Christian Orr, Adam Barker have the front row. Roman Berg, Mike Marshall in the second. Harry Volsmeer rounds out the field. Adam had some fast laps in race 1. Now he has the front row. Can he capitalize? Everybody is on the grid, about to start rolling. Here they come. How long can Christian Orr hold them off? They start battling behind him. He might be able to pull away, but remember, they will have to make a pit stop. And Harry Volsmeer has to come from the back. And 2 drivers in this field, Roman Berg and Mike Marshall, still looking for that first win. Could today be the day? I doubt Roman Berg will be able to get to victory lane. He drives a Ford. It could spontaneously combust at any moment. And our apologies, as we mentioned, no track map this morning to keep track of your favorite drivers. Our overlay software, they just haven't updated for this configuration of the track. Just over 3 miles and 18 turns. Headed toward that final turn, the pace car will go to pit road. Porsche pace car shoots to pit road. Christian Orr in control. They are away. The green flag flies once again at the bend. Christian Orr will take the lead into turn 1. Harry Volsmir shoots up to the inside. Harry tried to make a move up the inside. He's going into the grass alongside Mike. Here comes Roman. Harry making some gutsy moves here early to find his way back toward the front. Meanwhile, Christian Orr has his hands full. Adam Barker right there with him. Have to wonder what pit strategy is going to be like this morning as well. Likely to see, I'm betting, most of the field do fuel only. Harry Volsmir has had a problem back behind. Saw Harry charging to the front, off into the turn, mid-turn, the back end just loses grip. Remember, those tires are not near temp yet. A rough start to race 2 for Harry. It is worth noting, Harry now just 9 seconds behind the leader. Yeah, he'll just see it as a challenge. Drive angry to the front. Meanwhile, Roman Berg in fourth, now looking for a way past Mike Marshall. Christian Orr has about a 1 second lead over Barker. The top 4 all within about 2 seconds at the moment. The leader is in trouble. He is way wide. Adam Barker has taken the lead. Let's see what happened with Chris. Oh, just too deep into the turn. He drifts it, slides out into the grass, but keeps it out of the wall. He is going to lose some ground, but a quick recovery could keep him in the fight. Meanwhile, the battle is on for second as Roman trying to get past Mike Marshall. Mike drives it a little deeper into the turn, powers out, holds on to it for the moment. Surprisingly, the track is not warmed up at all. That is going to help the drivers keep having that grip. They're not going to slide as much. But again, it takes longer to get heat into the tires. Harry Volsmir has the fastest lap of race 2 so far, 1:47 dead. Next lap or two will really start to see those. Christian Norris had another problem. Let's see what happened with Chris this time. There's Chris off into the same turn, but this time goes wide into the dirt. Loses grip. Fortunately, no wall there. Does look like he got turned around, but got it gathered up and pointed the right way again. And apparently Christian Norris towed it to pit road. He is back out. Man, what a setback. Adam Barker currently has a 1 1/4 second lead, but Mike Marshall and Roman Berg are closing in. The man really on the march, though, Harry Volsmir, just ran the fastest lap, 1:46.33. And we know from race 1 he can go a lot faster than that. He is just over 4 seconds behind. He is closing in. Harry sets another fast lap, 1:46.08. Adam Barker has pulled a 2-second gap on Mike Marshall. Roman about a second back from him. But Harry, 2.6 seconds behind Roman and closing quickly. Adam Barker continues to lead, trying to open up a gap on the cars behind, but right now he's really going to be watching the times of Harry. All of them know he is a-coming. And Harry is almost back in the fight already. Just under 2 seconds behind Roman Berg at the moment. Meanwhile, Mike Marshall has started closing back up on Adam Barker. Now 1 1/4 seconds back and gaining. Mike Marshall's best finishes of the season were 2 third-place finishes at Spa. Started the morning with a second-place finish here. Can he do it again? However, Adam Barker out front. We talked about that race 1, helping Mike Marshall close the points gap on Barker. Barker out front leading at the moment. Mike in second. Adam can definitely recover, but he goes way wide. He's got to be careful to not pick up a slowdown. Meanwhile, back behind, Harry Volsmeer now less than a second behind Roman Berg. And Harry set a fast lap of 1:45.56 last time by, the fastest lap of the morning. Oh, Harry gets the sausage and goes airborne. Hey, good morning, Wooly. And thank you for the sub, buddy. Harry hitting the curb did cause a bit of a setback. He's now 2 seconds behind Roman. That might be this top three's only hope, is Harry making mistakes here early. Adam Barker's lead continuing to shrink. Mike Marshall in second. Willie, the only thing we're missing is no members of Team Gunther this morning. Roman Berg in third has been closing back up on Mike Marshall. These two have seemed pretty equal all morning. May come down to who can conserve the best, but at the moment it's Roman Berg who just set the fastest lap, 1:45.42. Boy, we thought Harry was on the attack. Roman really wants it. I do know Roman has had some great finishes here this week in the official races. He was excited about this one. We saw Christian Orr get back out on track. His pit stop was repair only, but he is still back in 5th, quite a ways behind. Mike Marshall in 2nd, hovering about 1.5 seconds behind Barker. Roman Berg still in 3rd, Harry Volsmere in 4th. After taking that jump, Harry now about 2.5 seconds back. That time by Harry about 0.4 of a second faster than Roman. And Mike Marshall is starting to close back up on Adam Barker. The gap hovering right around 1 second. Adam in the Mercedes with the straightaways here. He's definitely able to utilize that Mercedes power. That Corvette has quite a bit of its own power, and does appear to be faster through the turns. As we heard Harry say after race 1, a lot of this track comes down to just finding your flow, finding a good pace, a good rhythm, and keeping it going. Harry is starting to close in once again. Roman sits there at 3rd. You know he wants to move up, but next time he attacks on Mike, Harry is gonna be there. And it may be going into turn 1. Roman sets up, tries to outbrake. Mike able to go a little bit deeper that time. Wooly, man, you are so lucky to go see that, buddy. Have a great time. And yes, please send me all the pictures. Adam Barker may be in trouble. Mike Marshall, Roman Berger getting closer. Now Harry just 1.25 seconds back. Hey, good morning, Duchess. Good morning, Chrissy. Good morning, Tina. Thank you so much for the rate, Duchess. Good morning, Luce. like you guys all got here just in time. Good morning, Amy. Looks like you got here just in time after early problems. Harry lost a lot of ground. Now the top four all 1.5 seconds apart. Despite the limited number of cars on track this morning, things are about to get very, very busy. Hope everybody is having a great morning. Duchess, hope you had a good stream. It's always great to have everybody here, especially my two adopted daughters, Stace and Luz. The top four now less than a second apart as Roman goes for the look to the inside. They may go to turn 1, 3 wide. No, just 2 wide. Roman has the inside, gets the sausage. Holy cow. Harry now looking to the inside for third. Couldn't get there in that turn. It's definitely getting spicy. Mike still holds on to second, Roman in third, Harry in fourth, all nose to tail. I did tell them to all stay close to each other, but man. Oh, Harry gets a run on Roman, takes third, but then goes wide. Harry to the grass. Roman back to third. After dominating race 1, Harry a little off here in race 2. He'll be back there. He'll be back up there in a few, I'm sure. That did give Mike Marshall some alone time with Barker. Can he get a run? Very spicy, Tina. Here comes Mike Marshall to the lead. Mike Marshall to the lead for the first time this morning. Roman Berg is closed back up. And that little bit of side-by-side action brought Harry back closer, now less than 2 seconds behind. Roman looks to the inside on Barker, can't get there that time. Remember, the Mercedes has the power advantage. The Mustang is a Ford, though, so at any moment, it could just explode. Oh, he gets to the inside again on Barker, but now shuffles to the outside. Harry now just 1.7 seconds back and closing. Hey, good morning, Phoenix. So Mike Marshall out front by 0.7 of a second for the moment. Roman keeps trying to make the move on Adam for second. You know Marshall wants him to battle back behind, and Harry is getting closer again. Mike Marshall has pulled out to a 1 second lead. And they will have to make pit stops soon for fuel. You gotta wonder how that'll shake things up. Oh, and after his incident a moment ago, Harry now less than a second behind. Oh, Roman gets loose out of the turn. Harry to third. Roman now slips back into fourth again. Now he is on the back foot. Harry back up with... Oh, Harry gets loose! And Roman back to third. And that just gave Adam Barker and Mike Marshall a lot of breathing room for a few moments. All right, let's take another look at that. Turn of events. Take a look at this from the blimp. Roman constantly pushing. He was trying to set up to get a run on the Mercedes of Barker. Gets on the power, goes wide. Harry slips by, takes third. And then just 2 turns later, Harry pushes a little too hard. Mid-turn, slides back out. Roman back to third. None of them have been to pit road yet. Mike Marshall has the lead. Adam about 1 second back. Roman Berg 2 seconds back in third. Harry about 2.8 seconds back in fourth. Gets through that turn without a problem. Christian Orr back in fifth. Has had a problem. I think Chris is actually... Let's see where Chris is gone. All right, let's see if we can watch him from the blimp. Oh, comes out of the final turn, goes wide. And looks like he was just going to visit the fans. Finally gets it turned around and back onto the track. Boy, definitely too eager on the loud pedal. I do have to say, with the smaller fielder this morning, smallest field we've seen all season, it apparently has done something to the drivers. Everybody is pushing to the absolute limits and beyond. We've seen everybody make mistakes here this morning, except for one. Mike Marshall, the only driver we have not seen make a mistake yet today. We've been talking about it since last season. Mike has been getting faster and faster. Him up front leading here halfway definitely proves that. The question is, how long before Mike finally gets to victory lane? And I'm afraid to say too much and jinx him. Adam Barker still holds on to second. Roman has caught his bumper in third. Harry about 2.6 seconds back. Harry did have a brief off track a moment ago that cost him a little bit of time, but don't worry, Harry is gaining on him. likely to see everybody on track or on pit road in the next 2 laps. Mike Marshall stays out, Barker stays out, Roman Berg is coming in, Harry Volsmere stays out. Now the question is, what will the strategy be? Did not hear any of the drivers talking during pre-race whether or not they would take tires this morning. Let's see what Roman does here this morning. Hits his stall, but the car stays on the ground. It does appear to be a fuel-only stop for Roman Berg. Nope, this morning Marshall is in the Corvette. It was interesting to note, last season, Mike started the season in the Ford and had terrible luck, but he switched to the Chevy and suddenly got faster. Mike Marshall in the Ford, Adam in the Mercedes, Mike in the Corvette, Adam in the Mercedes, Harry in the Corvette, Roman in the Ford, and Chris is officially retired from the race. The only McLaren out of the field. And Harry is coming in. Adam and Mike stay out. Adam is losing ground. He is now almost 1.5 seconds back. He does gain a little bit of ground at the end of the straightaways. Mike gains ground out of the turns. Harry likely to be fuel only as well. Yep, it does appear to be a fuel only stop for Harry. So likely everybody is taking only fuel this morning. Adam is getting a little bit closer in second. Oh, Adam got a bit of the sausage and lost some ground there. We have seen those sausages at the middle of the turns send cars airborne. Marshall's wide, Barker is wide. Adam did gain a lot of ground on that mistake. The first mistake Mike has had all morning, and they are both coming in. Now the question is, can Harry get around there and take the lead? As they both come down pit road, should be a fuel-only stop for both drivers. No tires for Mike Marshall. No tires for Adam Barker. Hey, you're very welcome, Thunder. Here comes Harry as both of the drivers are coming out. Mike Marshall wins the race off pit road, but who will win the race to turn one? Whoa, this is going to be tight. Going off into the turn. Adam goes wide. And Harry Volsmir reclaims second. Roman Berg has lost a lot of ground. Back behind, he is now 12.2 seconds back. Meanwhile, Mike Marshall has the lead with Harry closing in. Adam still sits there in third. This battle for the lead about to heat up. All three of them now within striking distance. Mike has got to find a way to break the draft of Harry behind. And they are driving deeper into these turns than we have seen all morning long. Oh, Mike Marshall has had to return to pit road. What the heck? And the lead goes to Harry Volsmir, Adam Barker to second. As Mike Marshall limps his way down pit road. We'll see what happens here on pit road. No tire change. Longer than a penalty. I'm not sure what has happened with Mike Marshall. He is losing a lot of ground. Roman Berg now to third. And Mike Marshall's best shot at victory lane is gone. What a catastrophic moment. Mike is on his way out. Wow, what a dramatic turn of events. Adam Barker now in second, Roman Berg in third, Mike in fourth. Mike almost a full lap down. Wooly, thank you for giving Stace the sub. And hello, daughter, how are you this morning? How was your stream? We will try and find out right after the race what happened with Mike Marshall. He was looking like he might hold on to victory lane this morning. Might start closing that points gap, but man, a heartbreak. And now it comes down to a two-car battle, but Harry Volsmir has started setting the fastest laps yet again and is pulling the gap on Adam Barker. Oh, Roman has had a problem. Roman had lost some ground earlier on pit road. Oh! Yeah, we've seen it a bunch of times this morning. The sausages here at the bend are brutal. It's a miracle that Ford didn't just completely shatter. And Harry is pulling away quickly. Roman still holds on to third. Mike Marshall at fourth is actually closing quite rapidly at the moment. But with 10.5 minutes left, I don't think Mike can close a 50-second gap. Adam Barker still going in second, but it looks like Adam may have just settled into a rhythm. He's got a 23-second gap on Roman and is almost 5 seconds behind Harry. However, less than 10 minutes left to go, and we have already seen some mistakes shake up the entire running order multiple times. So you never know. This race ain't over yet. Stace, how are you this morning, young lady? Or I guess it's afternoon there. Harry definitely being more careful through that turn. That turn has bit him a couple of times this morning. Adam does not appear to be being careful, well, just setting a consistent pace. Doesn't seem to be pushing it to the limit here. Roman Berg in third is gaining on Adam, but he is 22.8 seconds back. Mike has gained about a second on Roman. He is the second fastest car on track at the moment, but he's going to need the top three to make some mistakes. And man, what a heartbreaking morning for Mike Marshall. He finishes second in race one. Was leading this race until he suddenly made a second unexplained pit stop. And that pit stop cost him the lead, cost him the podium. And cost him a chance to close the points gap as well. Harry, meanwhile, continues to be the fastest car on track. Last time by, 1:45.46. Over a second faster than Adam Barker. Roman Berg in third has come close to matching Harry's lap times, but still a few hundredths of a second off. Still one of Roman's best runs of the season. Folks, don't forget, a lot of great racing to come this week. Although tonight we'll have SMRX series. Tomorrow night we'll not have a race. But we will hop on and do something to entertain you. Hopefully we can get Assassin's Creed Shadows working. Regardless, we will do something to entertain you guys tomorrow night. While Jones BS Racing is off for a few weeks prior to their final season. Adam still safely in second. Roman is still gaining ground. Now about just under 22 seconds behind. Mike Marshall back in fourth, about 49 and a half seconds back. I am just gutted the way this race has gone for Mike. Harry has definitely found that rhythm he was talking about in race one. Adam in second, has had a ton of speed this morning. But as always, the Mercedes just does not like to turn, especially in the tighter turns. Roman Berg back in third, Mike Marshall in fourth. Adam had a brief off track a moment ago, lost even more ground. Now 12.6 seconds behind Harry. Likely to see the white flag next time by. However, I still have no idea where Barney the Flagman is hiding today. Roman Berg is actually closing in a little bit quicker on Adam now, just 17 and a half seconds back. But again, not going to have enough time to get to him. Mike Marshall back in fourth has just settled into a rhythm. And before we talk to the top three, we will ask Mike what the heck happened. As Harry comes around, the white flag will fly one more time around. The last sweep was Adam Barker at Spa. But Harry just under a lap away from pulling off another sweep here this season. Harry came into the morning 10th in points. He's going to pick up a lot of ground with Wessel Stevens and Waleed Feza not here. Christian Orr having problems and Mike Dalling not being here. Oh no, Harry's around! On the final lap, the leader goes around. Adam gets the sausage. What in the world is going on? Harry manages to hold on to the lead. Adam's still in second. Roman is closing quickly in third. Just a couple turns away from victory lane for Harry, but he almost lost it all on the last lap. Harry Volsmere will pull off the sweep this morning at the Bend. Adam Barker will hold on to come home in second. Roman Berg coming home in third. I think a couple of them thought there were lawnmowers on the last lap. Mike Marshall will come home in fourth. As soon as he crosses the line, we'll find out what happened. We'll talk to our top three here in a moment, but let's get a word with Mike Marshall. Mike, I have to ask, what was the second stop about?
Speeding in the pits. Turn the pit limiter off a half a second too soon.
Oh, and it looked like today was going to be your day. Man, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, well, that's my own fault. I was trying to get a little bit more of a gap on Adam and trying to nail the exact time, and I messed up.
Well, still one heck of a run today.
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it, man.
All right, Roman Berg coming home in third. Roman, you came home in third. I mean, you got to be happy with the podiums this morning.
I am. I feel like I left a lot of pace. I had the pace today. I left a lot on the table. Like, I lost 20 seconds in spins this race. I would have liked to have been fighting for second, you know. The one time I had pace today.
Well, man, you put on one heck of a show, and the last lap definitely got exciting.
Yeah. I heard them having a tussle up there, and I was like, oh, is there a chance? Like, almost. Had I not done the 20-second spins, you know, there was a chance.
Well, still, one heck of a run this morning. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hard work this week paid off.
It definitely did. Adam Barker comes home in second. Adam, heck of a run. If only you'd been in position on the last lap.
Yeah, I a little bit distracted. I saw him go off, and then I made a mistake myself. So yeah, unlucky there, but good race. I thought Mike was going to take it there for a good while, but yeah, unlucky.
Well, still one heck of a race and one heck of a finish. Congratulations, Adam.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Adam seemed a little distracted there. Let's talk to our winner. Harry, you were the fastest all morning, but you almost lost it on the last lap.
Yeah, yes, I make plenty of mistakes, so what can we say? Not the best race.
Well, you still managed to sweep the morning, and you definitely made it exciting. That early mistake, that big setback, and then your charge back to the front was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun to do, and then make a mistake again, and then I was lucky. Mike was had a black flag, so we had to go to pits in again. I don't know if I could have taken him at the end of the straight. I had a little more speed out of the corner, but well, we never know.
Well, still.
And then it was easier.
You definitely checked out. The last lap made it interesting, but a heck of a morning and a heck of a race, Harry. Congratulations.
Thanks, Doug.
Harry pulls off the win, sweeps the morning. Man, what an exciting and eventful morning despite half the league not being here. Thank you guys so much for being here, though. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Don't forget, all past races are on YouTube, and the last few weeks' worth are in 4K. Don't forget to check out our Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. And don't forget, tonight, 9 Eastern, SMR X Series back on track. I'm going to need oxygen for that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Have a great afternoon.